Hey YouTube, what's up? If you're new to my channel, my name's Megan, and I usually share funny stories about when I'm in jail, and just stories about my addiction recovery because I'm a recovering heroin addict and a felon and all that good stuff. But today's video is a little bit different. As you can tell from the title, I had a very traumatic experience at the dentist on Thursday. And I mean, woo, let me tell you, that sucked bad. I had to have 2 teeth pulled. 2, not 4, just 2. I had to have 2 teeth pulled, and it was the back tooth on the top on each side. So I was like, okay, easy peasy. I asked my dentist if I could be put under for it because I had been put under for a similar procedure for my wisdom teeth. And he said, no, this will be an easy procedure. There's no need to put you under. My nerves were like just a little bit high that day, and I was like, okay, because I'm just a little scared. And he said, no, it'll be okay. It'll be totally fine. Well, it wasn't fine. It was not fine at all. Yeah, no. Not in the least, actually. It sucked. But, okay, so I go to the procedure. I show up there. It's a Thursday. I leave work early. I go there. I'm hungry, but I was afraid to eat because I didn't know what was going to happen. And I get into the chair, and he puts, like, this cotton swab, and he's rubbing it along the outside of my gums to do, like, a topical anesthetic. Cool, got it. I know you're going to do, like, this whole needle thing with Novocaine. I know this. Well, the a-hole dentist picks up this like huge syringe, and I mean, like, this thing is like massive, like so big. It was unreasonably big. It was in this metal casing, and I guess it held the syringe in it, so it looked like twice as big as a normal syringe. I'm an ex-IV user. Like, I know what a needle looks like, and a needle is not that big. It's just not. What are you doing? Okay, so he's like, okay, this is just gonna pinch a little bit, and he starts going along the outside of my gums where he had the topical anesthetic. And he does 1 and a 2 and a 3, and like, I'm starting to feel my heart rate increase. And then all of a sudden he says, okay, now too quick on the inside. And he goes on the inside of my mouth where he did not put any numbing cream at all. And he goes boom, boom. And at this point, I'm like starting to panic, because I don't feel like I can trust this guy. He just lied to me and said that he was going to put him out here, and he says, okay, 2 on the inside quick. And then I know we're going to do this on the opposite side. So he does the 3 on the outside, and he said 2 on the inside quick. And I said, but you didn't numb it. And he says, I'm numbing it now. Yeah, clearly, but you didn't freaking numb it first. So he puts the 2 on the inside, and that causes me to cry. And it's just pain, tears, you know, like, I'm trying to not be a baby. I'm an adult, at least I think I am, and the nurse is just sitting there wiping the tears off my face, and the dentist is like, okay, I'm gonna let you sit. So I sit there, and as I'm sitting alone in this dentist office, I can feel myself starting to have a panic attack. And I mean, I haven't had a panic attack since before I got clean. So we're talking like pre-2008. And I have never had this surge of adrenaline in the dentist ever. I've been to the dentist. I've had fillings. I've had my wisdom teeth removed. I just had them removed like a year ago. I've had fillings within the last year, and I've been okay. This is a new dentist, though, and I do not like the way that he does his work. It was terrible. It was freaking terrible. So I am sitting in the chair, and he comes in, and he said, okay. He said, you're just going to feel a bunch of pressure, but no pain. And I'm like, okay. So I said, let me take my sweatshirt off. I'm starting to feel really hot. And he said, oh, it's cold in here. Well, I'm dripping in sweat, like just pouring out of me. And I grip onto the armchair like as hard as I could with it, and squeezed it, and I opened up, and it's just tugging, and it hurts, but it doesn't hurt in like a sharp shooting pain, but it hurts in like, he's got my mouth as wide open as he can, and he's pushing on it. My anxiety is just getting higher and higher, and my heartbeat is just, oh, I can feel it. It was so terrifying, and tears are just streaming down my face at this point. And he finally gets the first one out in like a plop, and I felt it, and I was like, okay, relief. And I'm still really, really freaking out, and I'm like on the edge of this panic attack, and I can feel it, and I'm trying to calm myself down. I have music playing in my headphones, and I'm like, it's gonna be okay. This is okay. Everything is gonna be okay. And I hear this crack. He broke my tooth. And I can tell he's getting frustrated, and my anxiety at this point is I'm in a full-blown panic attack. I have tears just streaming down my cheeks. I'm hyperventilating, and he looks at me and says, you need to stop. He said, you need to calm down because you just made me break your tooth. Excuse me? I made you break my tooth. I made you break my tooth? I asked you to put me under. I'm clearly having a panic attack. I'm hyperventilating while you have your hands down my throat and you're still going to proceed? You don't think like, hey, maybe we should do something about this. Instead, his only answer is, do you need more Novocaine? Are you in pain? And I said, no, I'm not in more pain. He said, do you need more Novocaine? He said, there should be no pain. And I said, I'm not in pain. As I stutter these words, I'm like, I'm not in pain. I'm afraid. And he's just like, it doesn't matter what you want, it's what you need. And I said, I don't need more Novocaine, I need this to end. And, well, it didn't end, sadly. He had to keep going back in there. He put this thing that looked like a shoehorn. You ever, like, try and, like, see those old people things where they can't get the back of their shoe on without collapsing, so it, like, slides in? I'll insert a picture of it, like, right up here. And he has that in my cheek, just holding it back, and then he has to start drilling, and then he takes it apart, and this guy is such an a-hole. I will never go to this dentist ever again. But I get my 2 teeth out, yeah. So after that panic attack, the real point of this whole story, now that I got all heated up, was because it spurred this depression that I have not felt in months. The last time I had a depressive episode was when I made my last depression video on this channel. And I really felt like I had made a breakthrough. I felt like I was doing well. You know, like I hadn't had an episode where I just laid in bed and couldn't get up. And then I had this weekend. And I remembered what it's like to struggle with depression. And, you know, it was my first anxiety attack since like 2007, 2008. And it wiped me out. I couldn't wake up for work the next day. I should have taken off, but I didn't. I couldn't get into work until noon the next day. I normally start at like 9:30 or 10. And I told my boss, I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm just not myself. You know, I didn't hurt. I'm not in pain. My teeth aren't that bad. The holes are healing. Everything's fine. But like my emotional scar, that hurts still. Dentists wonder why we're afraid to go back. Why I don't want you to touch my teeth. Why I canceled my appointment for my 4 fillings. Because I don't want you touching my teeth. That's why I need fillings in the first place, because I don't want the dentist in there. I'm terrified of you. Like, could you not be just a little bit more considerate? Could you not recognize what a panic attack looks like? Ugh. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I'm coming out of my depression. Unfortunately, tomorrow I have to take my boyfriend in to that dentist, and he's having oral surgery. He is actually getting a full plate of dentures on the top of his teeth because his addiction and genetics pretty much have caused him to need a full plate of teeth. Luckily, he's seeing the oral surgeon, so hopefully it won't be as bad, and he will definitely be put under for that. He's a little nervous because he has to have the IV anesthetic or whatever. I don't know. He's being put to sleep with the IV, and that scares him. So, I mean, I get that. I don't want needles touching me either, but at least he doesn't have to watch this stupid dentist with this huge syringe, like, walk around like he's enjoying it. You sick fuck. So, moral of this video is go to the dentist more regularly. Find a dentist that's good. I'm still looking. Hopefully I find one soon. The last guy I had was great. He could do a filling in like literally 20 minutes. He was just like boom, 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 boom. And nothing hurt. But my insurance doesn't cover him anymore. Go figure. Moral of the story, right. Yeah, like I was saying. Find the dentist. Go to the dentist. Brush your teeth. Floss. And it's okay to have emotions. It's okay that they're out of control sometimes. It's okay to spend the weekend in bed with your depression as long as you know when it's time to get out. And it's time for me to get out. So, thanks for listening to this dentist rant video. Thanks for helping me find my way back out of my depression, YouTube. This channel has been such a blessing to me, and I hope that I can bestow some of these blessings onto you. That was cheesy AF, but whatever. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.